Located in the Plaza de Roma, Intramuros, its official name is Manila Metropolitan Cathedral Basilica, and is the seat of the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Manila. When Catholicism arrived in the Philippines in 1521, it brought with it the Western church architecture, one of the most significant and magnificent churches built during the Spanish colonization is the Manila Cathedral. The first church was built in 1571 by a non-religious priest named Juan de Vivero. The simple parish made of bamboo and nipo was known as the Church of Our Lady of the Immaculate with La Purissima Immaculata Conception as the patron. On December 21, 1581, Bishop Domingo Salazar converted the church into a cathedral, renovating the structure with nipo, bamboo, and wood. However, a typhoon came in 1582 and damaged the building. A year later, the cathedral was completely destroyed in a fire. The second church was then built from 1591 to 1592. This time, the materials used were stones, and fortunately, in 1600, an earthquake took place and caused total damage to the church. It was then restored and was finished in 1614. 7 years later, in 1621, another earthquake shook the site and weakened the structure of the church. In late 1625, two strong earthquakes had completely destroyed the entire cathedral. The construction of the fourth church started in 1654 until 1751 under Archbishop de Pablo. Sadly, by the early 1700s, the building was not in good condition, so it was decided that another reconstruction needed to be done. Juan de Uguccione built the fifth cathedral, which was again struck by another earthquake in 1862, damaging some parts of the edifice. And so the sixth cathedral was produced, replacing the Baroque facade with a neoclassical one. And luckily, a massive earthquake occurred in 1863, destroying the cathedral and its nearby structures. In 1879, the new Manila Cathedral was inaugurated, but another quake happened in 1880, losing the bell tower. In 1945, the cathedral was again ruined due to bombings during the Battle of Manila. It was later reconstructed by Fernando Ocampo from 1954 to 1958 and was introduced in 1958. Manila Cathedral is recognized as the main Roman Catholic church in the Philippines. The church is best visited during dry and pilgrimage season and is open daily. If you are taking a public transportation, it's best to ride LRT and get off at UN Avenue Station and took a tricycle ride to Intramuros. The driver will get you off at Plaza de Roma, which is just at the front of Manila Cathedral. San Agustin Church, officially the Church of the Immaculate Conception of San Agustin, is the oldest stone church in the Philippines and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Located within Intramuros in Manila, it's known for its Baroque architecture, intricate artworks, and rich history. The current structure, completed in 1607, is the third building on the site and has weathered 7 earthquakes and the Battle of Manila. The outstanding universal value of the church as a cultural and artistic monument makes it not just a nationally recognized cultural treasure and historical landmark, but since 1993 the San Agustin Church has been inscribed in the UNESCO World Heritage List as one of the 4 Baroque churches of the Philippines. This all-stone church complex, completed in 1607, is the oldest stone church in the country, being relatively unchanged since its construction. San Agustin is built out of locally quarried adobe stone and lime mortar, and is designed in the neoclassical Baroque style. The floor plan of the church is that of a Latin cross within a rectangular boundary, with 3 aisles. Its neoclassical Baroque aesthetic is emphasized by the Ionic and Corinthian columns adorning its facade, its rose window, triangular pediment, and symmetricity. Furthermore, the intricately carved bas-relief on the main wooden doorways is distinctly proto-Baroque. The Church of the Immaculate Conception of San Agustin Archdiocese and Shrine of Our Lady of Consolation and Cincture, assessed in its current condition, remains in a generally fair state of conservation. Critical areas regarding its maintenance, due to its advanced age and modernized environment, are known to the national cultural agencies, UNESCO, and key relevant authorities. The preservation and conservation of this World Heritage Site is of rightfully paramount concern to allow the future generations of Filipinos and all the peoples of the world to appreciate its enduring outstanding universal value. San Agustin Church is centrally located in the heart of Manila's Old Town, making it easily accessible to visitors. Those arriving in the city can take advantage of reliable airport transfers in Manila to quickly reach the walled city. Once there, exploring the area on foot is highly recommended, or you might consider joining an Intramuros bamboo bike tour, unique and eco-friendly way to navigate the historic streets. Many comprehensive Manila tour incorporate a visit to the Old Town, ensuring that you experience not only San Agustin Church but also other key Manila tourist spots.
Nakatayo naman sa di kalayuan ang mga kaibigan ni Jesus, pati ang mga...
The Archdiocesan Shrine of Nuestra Señora de Guia, commonly known as Ermita Shrine or Ermita Church, is a Roman Catholic church and shrine located in the district of Ermita in the city of Manila, Philippines. The church is home to the Marian image of the Immaculate Concepcion known as Nuestra Señora de Guia, which is considered to be oldest in the Philippines, and in whose honor the church is officially named after and dedicated to. The church began as a rustic shrine made of bamboo, nipa, and Malawi wood that was built to house the image of Our Lady of Guidance in the area, where it was found in 1571 by Spanish soldiers under Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. The shrine eventually became a chapel, built in 1606, as house for the image, and was called La Hermita, the chapel, or Hermitage in English. The word also gave the name to the present district in Manila, where the chapel is located. A Mexican hermit priest came to the area and built the Hermitage there, thus transforming its name to Ermita. Juan Fernandez de Leon, who was a hermit from Mexico before relocating to Manila, was responsible for building Hermita. The church was damaged many times due to earthquakes. In addition, the image had to be transferred to the Manila Cathedral for safekeeping during the British occupation of Manila in 1762 to 1764. A more permanent stone church was built in 1810. The image was returned to the church in 1918. In 1945, near the end of World War II, the church was reduced to rubble during the Battle of Manila. However, the image was saved from destruction and was temporarily kept in a private residence. Work began for the reconstruction of the church in 1947 with a new design by architect Carlos I. Santos Viola. On March 28, 1949, attorney and future Senator Jose W. Diacono married Carmen Acasiano at Ermita Church. Diacono was also baptized here on September 3, 1922. His godmother and second mother was Paz Wilson. By 1953, the reconstruction was completed and the image was returned to the new church. On December 3, 2005, Manila Archbishop Cardinal Gaudencio B. Rosales elevated the status of this church to an archdiocesan shrine. Our Lady of Remedies Parish, commonly known as Malade Church, is a Roman Catholic parish church in the district of Malade in the city of Manila, Philippines. It is under the jurisdiction of the Archdiocese of Manila. This Mexican Baroque-style church is overlooking Plaza Raja Suleiman and, ultimately, Manila Bay. The church is dedicated to Nuestra Señora de los Remedios, the patroness of childbirth. A revered statue of the Virgin Mary, under this title, was brought from Spain in 1624, and is currently enshrined at the high altar. Malade used to be known as Malade due to the saline waters of the bay fronting it, and as Laglio or Lagunoy, after the street which separated it from Ermita. Malade Church is one of only two nationwide, with twisted columns and in effect a retablo type facade, the other being the Franciscan Daraga Church in Albay. Its Santa Ana was the summer resort by the Pasig River from the 17th to the 19th centuries. Malade was its counterpart by Manila Bay. Seaside villas beautified the place as a virtual college town emerged, with St. Scholastica's College and De La Salle College on the south, University of the Philippines and Ateneo Municipal on Padre Forest Street on the north, and some other private schools within the boundaries of the Barrio. Malade Church was considered to be a dangerous stronghold if captured by enemy forces, as stone churches outside Intramuros can be a convenient cover. When the British occupied Manila in 1762, they operated from the church's tower and Manila was subsequently sacked. The Church of Malade is situated in the middle of Mabini, San Andres, MH del Pilar, and Remedios streets. The jeepneys mark Quiapo, Orsta, Cruz, or Divisoria going to Baclaran or Vito Cruz ply this route. It is a tourist spot as well. The parochial school of Malade, girls' grade school, sits behind it, and on the other side facing the beautiful Manila Bay, one can find the old-time favorite aristocrat restaurant as well as Max's, Shakey's, and Jollibee. The Columban fathers have been in charge of Malade ever since the Redemptorists handed it over to them. Masses are celebrated in English, Tagalog depending on the schedules. No office on Mondays. Our Lady of the Assumption Parish Malade is a church located in Asuncion St. Leveriza, Malade, Manila, Metro Manila. Our Lady of the Assumption Parish of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Manila was established on September 8, 1951. It is located in Malade, City of Manila. The parish fiesta is celebrated every 15th day of August in honor of Our Lady of the Assumption. Let's have a quick history. Manila Archbishop Gabriel Reyes established Our Lady of the Assumption Parish Alap on September 8, 1951. Fr. Jesus Arcelano was the first parish whose first ever Mass was celebrated on October 7, 1951 at Lopez residence at Agno. In 1958, the parish convent was constructed under the leadership of Fr. Rosalino Veneration. It was mid-60s when the parish church and convent was completed. Vicendi Decani added the marble flooring of the church and acquired the adjacent lot for expansion. The neo-colonial facade was constructed, and wooden front doors were constructed during the term of Fr. Edgardo Marin. Assumption Parish covers Taft Avenue east side down to Roxas BLVD, West Part, from Quirino Avenue to Manila Yacht Club, stretching to North Part until the borders of Manila and Pasay. 15 barangays of Zone 78 are under the jurisdiction of the parish. Other establishments within the zone are Paraiso and G. Bataan Manila, Bangko Central and G. Pilipinas, Rizal Memorial Sports Complex, Philippine Sports Commission and Department of Finance.